So, welcome to day 13, and today I'm going to be continuing to build our bonus factory that we have, and by the end of today, I'm hoping we'll have our PDFs done. And the only slow part in this entire process is waiting for the files to be executed. So, I want customer ready PDFs done, and then I'll go back and look at improving this using Claude so that the interface is more usable for me, and then we'll work on adding micro apps as well that extend the functionality of the bonuses that we're giving to our customers. Now, quick update on the numbers so far. I know you're always interested in that. This is where we are right now. Sorry, let me go over here. We are at $115,811 right now, and for the month, which is pretty good. I think we have now already managed to get to our monthly goal, so which is quite nice. I can breathe easy, and as you can see, this is about 156% higher than last year, which is good. So it's more than double of last year, and that's really what I want. So let me actually compare it to how it is with the entire month last year. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna go from 1st to 31st, compare. So it's even 95% higher than January of last year, which is again fantastic. And I want this to only, of course, get better, but now I'm not going to stress about it for the rest of the month. My goal's been hit. I can chill, I can take it easy, work on some long-term projects. One other thing I'm going to change next month actually is, if we hit our goal early, we'll stop selling one-time things altogether, right? So we sell a fair few one-time things, and I'm going to move to monthly because I want to build our monthly recurring as well more than it is right now. So we will do that. Now let's go ahead, and I'm going to continue on this. Now, before we got started, I had a few minutes, so I've already started this process because this one takes about 5 to 6 minutes to finish. And just to show you, this is work files all being done. So there's like judge, specs, ideas, intake. So ideas, I think, are going to be the same as what we had yesterday primarily. It's going to come up with ideas on the fly, basically. So some things might be quite similar, but look at this one, like it's done agency pitch check and case study, which is HTML. So it's come up with ideas. And then let's look at the judge, like which ideas won. So based on the judgment, there was one idea which is like, which has a score of 100. And again, these are all the things that we can change later. So all the winning ideas seem to be marked down for some reason. So like PDFs, there's no HTML idea that's a winner, which is again something I need to look at in the future to see if we can prioritize the HTML ideas as well, because I know these sorts of micro apps are really good bonuses, right? So we'll work on that as well. Let me just change my camera, see what's up with that. Okay, there we go. So this is pretty good already. I think it's doing a lot of things by itself, which is what I want. I want it to be self-sufficient. Now it's building, and building is the part that takes time. And again, our hope is this time, as ChatGPT has said, it's going to build out the PDFs which are deliverable now, not just like random things, but they're deliverable. Let's also check on how much is it actually costing us. I didn't check that yesterday, and I hope I'm not surprised too much, but let's go into my profile and we'll look at usage. So I think I'm running all this under this like default project that I have, and yesterday when we ran it, it cost about 5 cents. And also note that I'm using this primarily for my voice to text as well. So this is being used for a lot of like different projects. But it's still running. So far it's at 5 cents, which is not so bad at all. And you can see the number of requests is not significantly higher either. So that's okay. Let's go back and see where this is at. Okay. I think these are errors. Let's see. So now it's saying we came across these errors, essentially. Okay, it's a Python error, it seems. I'm going to go ahead and copy this over to ChatGPT, and I'll tell it like, hey, we ran into an error. Let's just make sure there's nothing was produced. So you can see there's a working directory, and if I go in here, this is from yesterday, so nothing was produced. Nothing was produced, and we have these errors. So I'll let now ChatGPT evaluate basically where it's at, what happened, what went wrong, and then we can fix it. I did have half a mind of already switching to Claude, but because ChatGPT has been helpful and we have no limits on this, I'm going to continue pushing this. But it is likely once we get the UI done, we'll completely switch over to Claude. So operational reliability issue causing by the build prompt response is too large. Yeah, generating multiple files in one shot. You want hands-off, so the pipeline must be resilient. Okay, so let's go ahead and change the files. What it's saying is go back and find this file. So I'll go to I think, like I was told yesterday, I could literally open the folder. LLM OpenAI compatible. Okay, replace all this stuff with this. Yep. With this version. So I think this is the complete version. So it's giving me the full file, which is good. Oops. I know why. Also, I know why. I think this is my fault. Before I started to run this, I actually forgot to put the LLM key in. Because remember, I'm still doing it in the terminal. So yeah, that's a problem. I'm going to go back and fix it. So replace agents build. I'm going to go back and change it basically with this. Okay, so now it'll do chunking. Okay, resume work. Okay, we should run this again. But before I do that, I think my mistake was I forgot to put the LLM key. Silly mistake. So give me 1 second, and I'm going to have to bring you back on camera for just a minute. Because I'm going to have to put that key in, and I'm going to have to do that off screen. Okay. Give me 1 second. I mean, that also makes sense why we didn't notice any movement there in that. But let's rebuild this so that, I mean, another thing I just noticed is we weren't actually, or I think we were kicked out of the virtual environment, or we were not in the virtual environment. So that's the problem too. So I missed a few steps from yesterday. This is totally on me. Let me just see. Give me a second. I'll bring you back to the screen because I want to just change a few things. And this is what I find a bit annoying about ChatGPT 2. There's no sort of, yeah, there we go. There's no timestamps of these chats. So you kind of have to, you have to find the right thing. Okay. Okay. Okay, 1 second. And this is not even about being a developer. This is just about kind of doing things in the right order, which if you don't do, you're going to hit roadblocks. Okay, 1 second. Okay, now we're in the virtual environment. So let me put the key in. Okay. This is again why I want to move away from CMD run operations immediately, because it messes it up. Okay. Okay. Someone is getting used with the idea. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm getting used to it, but now I'm kind of stuck. I think I'm making a mistake. What am I doing wrong here? Let's see what it says. Okay. I wonder if we'll have to do this every time. Okay, that is done. After installing, immediately rerun this. Okay, let's try. Okay, there we go. Now it starts again. And we can see the output in a work directory for now. And here it is. Source, which is same as always, so that's good. So Kristen's telling me, since you're already paying for ChatGPT Plus, you can connect it in the IDE using OpenCode, and you can ask prompts like in the chat directly in IDE. Oh. How do I do that? So Kristen's basically telling me I can connect ChatGPT here. Is that what you mean? Next, I'm going to Google how to add ChatGPT to VS Code. Is that it, Kristen? Let me know. Okay, so let's see. Okay, saying this as well. Yep, kind of based on terminal. Okay. I'll have to figure this out separately. Basically, how to, like, that would be ideal if ChatGPT can kind of update the files without me having to manually copy and paste, because I make mistakes. Okay, now it's still running IDE8. Okay, let's talk to ChatGPT in the meantime, because one thing I want to do is I want to improve how it kind of comes up with ideas. So I want to give it good examples. So, you know, there's all these branches, basically ideation, and then judging and scoring and all that. So I want to give it scores. So let's see if I can kind of influence ChatGPT now and it can improve those for me. Okay, so the process is running right now, and while it's running, I would like to go ahead and improve the agents that we have because I feel that they could perform better than they're doing right now. So let's go through each agent one by one. We have the ideate agent, which comes up with ideas. I want you to think about 3 core things. What would help the customer automate, scale, or systemize what it is we're offering them? Those are good bonuses. Another good bonus would be maybe customers already have friction points before they would use a specific product. So you want to offer bonuses that remove those friction points. Or you want to remove the friction points that help them use the product properly. Hypothetical example, if someone buys an ad creation tool, they will say, I've never run ads before. Then obviously training for running ads is good. If someone buys a video creation tool, they might say or think that they don't have any plan. Then a plan is a good idea, either via HTML or which could be more interactive. And remember, those HTMLs could also have customers putting in their own OpenAI key, which will create a dynamic plan for them. So think about those in terms of ideas. Then when it comes to judgment of these ideas, I want you to score micro apps, so HTMLs, higher than PDFs, because PDFs inherently have lower value. Anything that removes barrier for them to use should have a higher score. Anything that comes after will have a lower score because they may not recognize that as a problem just as yet. Basically, anything that removes their problems will have higher score compared to anything that just amplifies or adds on more value. So based on this, let's go ahead and improve our ideation and judgment agents and anything else you feel that would be needed. Okay, so now it's still building. Hopefully this doesn't fail. But again, I'm going to go back and check the output, see what they look like right now. So we have ideas and judgment here. So those are promo asset packs. It's pretty good. Affiliate onboarding guide, pre-built funnels and promo webinar kit. I don't know why it's saying docs, because that's got to be an HTML. Case study, 1-page and social proof kit, SLN handoff doc template for agencies. That's okay too. I think another thing I could tell it is like, okay, this is my, majorly this is my audience, and that way it knows like who to create those bonuses for. Yeah, Kristen, that'd be great. Kristen said I can help you live with the ID and ChatGPT hookup. That'd be awesome. I have some time after this, so let's connect then. Okay, let's put this in as well. Okay, this is still in build mode, so it's still building. I hate this patronizing from ChatGPT. Excellent, this is the right moment to do this. Well, you know, it doesn't really matter when it's the right moment, just get it done. Okay. The correct bonus value hierarchy. Of course, it'll ask like, do I approve of it? Yeah. Yeah, your current system treats this as equal, they're not equal, so that's good. Improving the idea agent, most important change. Friction activation leverage, your new idea agent rules. So basically it's saying now change the prompt. You know, it's basically the prompt that we are now improving. And remember, prompts can come after. Like I want to see it function first, and then prompts can come after. That is not a problem. Okay, so it's still doing its thing. Yep, you're right, even if you're not right. Exactly, I hate like ChatGPT for that, I really do. But I mean, it's able to, I don't know, it's just the easiest one to use at the moment. I think there are better ones too, but I haven't had time to look into that yet. And again, like there's so much to do while I'm rebuilding my business. I just don't have time to explore new AI thing that's coming out every single day, and there are so many. It's ridiculous. By the way, got some good news. So if you may remember, one of the previous days we created some HeyGen videos. I think about a week ago, I cloned my videos, and I want to show you how they're performing right now. So only today I managed to publish these. So one of them was like this one that you see over here. This is the shorts. I think the other one's going out a little bit. And I want to show you the stats on this. They're not great. So I mean, we have views, but you know, the views are like better than usual, because I think it's because I was able to categorize it quite well. So YouTube was able to like spread it out pretty quickly, because when it saw the video, it knew what it was about. But the engagement's kind of shit. It's like 9% engagement, 90% swiped away. Which again, I'm not making viral videos where you see like a duck chewing on a piece of cloth, right? I'm not making videos like that, so I understand, of course, the the engagement is lower, but this is quite low. Like this is quite low, which means that even though YouTube spread it, it kind of got it wrong, or at least maybe the opening wasn't very good, so it didn't stick. So there's that. Okay, okay, now it's trying to patch. I don't know what it's patching, but it's trying to patch. Let's see if there's anything in docs to show for it. Okay, let's open this. This is 5 kilobytes, which I'm guessing is not very big. So this is still as a sort of markup file, which is fine, which is okay. But again, this still looks more like instructions than actual PDF. Yeah, but that's okay. You know, this is again what we gradually improve. I don't know what QA is doing, but I'll quickly check. Missing corresponding PDF, like it's missing PDF in each case. So now it's going back to fix the PDFs in almost every case. Claude is worst at that. Oh, is it? Like at what? At being patronizing to you? Which one is it? Like, at least I think it does the work, and Opus is supposed to be good, so I don't know. All right, let's see where this is at. Attempt patch, patch attempt 1. So it's attempting to fix it. This is the patch agent, if you may remember. Fix only the issues listed in the QA report. Do not rewrite unaffected files. Preserve file names and structure. Apply minimal changes. Okay. By the way, unlike other people, I don't do this like all the time. It's not something I'm working on all the time. I literally, this is, I think, we have now done this for about 2 hours, 15 minutes coming into the session. Now, by the end of it, will be like 3 hours done. So I'm moving slow, like for sure. But then again, I'm not looking to hustle and overwork all the time. That's not the goal here. The goal is not to die trying. Okay. Let me just look handoff document for agencies. It's good. A handoff document is much better. It's more like in a PDF format. So maybe I should tell it like I don't really want PDFs if you can't do PDFs, but at the same time, I don't want it to like stop all the time. So let's see what it does. I'll give it more time to do its thing. But there you go. It ran into an error. Okay, then I'm gonna go back and paste it again to ChatGPT. I will let it figure out what it wants to do. In the meantime, we will apply the fixes that ChatGPT had said early on. Yes, every message starts with correct, or you're right. Opus is really good for coding, but it's expensive. Yeah, I don't, so it's weird, but with ChatGPT, with Claude, I don't get that kind of patronizing for some reason. I don't know why. But that's, I mean, I take it as a win. So 1 second, let me just go ahead and change this. So ideate, it's saying to basically, replace the ideation agent system prompt with this. So there's a system prompt. System F, I think it was. You generate bonus ideas for buyers. Rulebook strip. I think it's down to rulebook strip. Each idea must clearly state. No. Okay, let's try that one. And improving the judge, new scoring framework, and replace judge system prompt with this. Let's copy it over. Judge, and I'm going to copy this. Oops, I think I accidentally pressed C. Okay. This is better. Let's hope there's no error in the file, because I've kind of closed it now too early. I think there might be error in the file if I run this. because there's this stuff, the rulebook stuff there as well. Yeah, I suspect this might be error prone. So it's saying so this is the customer objection simulator agent. Okay. Activation infrastructure on someone else's product. Yeah. Okay. Let's bring back the error in just a minute. So I'll circle back to the error, but let's continue with this thought. Let's just ask it. So is this judge.py file now technically correct? They fixed it with 5.2. The response is more direct. Yeah. Okay. That's good. I'm gonna just ask it if it is right or if there's something technically incorrect. Yeah. 2 hard syntax errors. Yeah, which is what it said, rulebook. There's no valid Python syntax. Okay. So now it's saying replace with this. Rulebook. Okay. So this is better, and I think that also tells me that I can't have these 3 there. Now this is better. Okay. Let's go to judge.py, and it's giving me a full file. So that's good. Copy code. Okay. This is done, saved. And then I'll say let me see if this actually cost me anything so far. I want this one. Okay, but they increase the price of 5%. So it generates less output. Yeah, it does. Like Claude has definitely become more expensive. Okay, still no major spike in cost for ChatGPT API, so it's fine. So now it's building out this for us. Let's create an agent file, objections.py. So over here, oh no, in this agents folder, sorry. Can I make a new file here? How do I make a new file? New file. Objections.py, I think it was called, yeah. And it's still writing. Okay, that is done. And then it's saying let's install it. I have no idea what it's saying by the first one, so I'm just gonna copy this, open bonus factory agents init py. Is it empty? Pipeline. So we go to pipeline. Near other agent prompts, add this. Okay, run it immediately after you load source text and notes before ideate. So right after you do intake, add this block. So right after you do intake. Again, at this point, it would really help if it would just give me a new file code because I will mess it up. Print intake. Okay. Update ideation agent to use objections. So ideation agent. Change def run, so the top line, yeah, to this line. Okay, then it's prompt added, and in the prompt and the user prompt include. Then in its prompt add a strict rule. Okay, I am now getting confused. I'm just gonna ask it to give me a new file. Okay, it gave me some good suggestions, so I'm gonna ask it to make that for me as well. Realistically, with 30 minutes left, I don't think we'll get there. We've only done one generation, and I think this would be the biggest problem here, is like how do we kind of go about it? Like in the future, maybe, 5 minutes is not a long time in reality, but when you are trying to build out, like test these things out, you want it to take like a minute to get feedback. So that's the challenge. I think that's something I've always found difficult about software. But we're gonna go back and maybe, if it persists, we're gonna tell it to just start off from where things went wrong last time. So use the work directory already, and then utilize that. So this was the ideate one, I think. Let me just check. Ideate. Okay, let's find it. Okay, then judge. Let's make sure it is judge. Nope. There's like a lag when I copy stuff. It's quite frustrating. There you go. Judge. Okay, let's try again. We're gonna build out the file and run this again, see if that makes a difference. It won't, because of course, okay, and then I will also say, hey, last time it failed at this. So then, we don't have to like do another 5-minute run and see nothing. Okay, last time I ran it, I got this. So let's see, it might now say, hey, we gotta change a few more things before you can run it again. But that's good. I mean, look, software is never gonna be linear. A lot of people think even with vibe coding, it's like you say and it's done. It's not that easy. It's really not that easy. You must harden this. Fix recommended, make JSON parsing resilient and auto repair bad JSON. Add these helpers to pipeline. Again, give me the whole damn code. Okay, fine, let's try this. Add these helpers to pipeline near the top. Let's go to pipeline. We always end up typically editing like the same files. So import redef. Okay, I think it should be easy enough. let's see. Update materialized files to use saved load JSON. Materialized files. I don't even remember that. Where was this? I mean, I guess I can find it. Okay, I see. Okay, that's that. In the patch loop, validate files out before materializing. In the go away ChatGPT. In the patch loop, validate files out. So I think it's the same file still. Files out patch run. No. This one. Files out patch run. Right JSON, no. No, that's not it. Is that for searching? In the top search, if you want to search, is the search from top a bit right? And yeah, this one, right? Top right, you said, or maybe somewhere there. I have so much to learn about this IDE. Okay, maybe I think I'm gonna ask it to give me a new pipeline file again. Okay, can you please just give me new pipeline? Okay, let's see. I don't know if it's the live or what is slowing this down sometimes, ChatGPT. Maybe it's the threads getting too long. So tomorrow, we're gonna just, start a new thread, start fresh, and then give it the everything and say, okay, now let's continue off of this. But let's see. All right, now it's rewriting the whole thing, which is good. See, it's putting all these things in different places, and now we're just combining it, so it's much better in coding than I am. I used to be good at coding. I used to work as a software developer for a bank, but gave that up a long time ago. But again, I was more good at like algorithmic coding, finding out efficient way of doing things, updating databases, that sort of thing. This is, I mean, a little bit similar, but yeah. Let's see if you get PDFs today. I mean, Christian, I guess that's a question for you. Is it easy for this to like export PDFs, or should we just be looking for markup files for now, and then, converting markup files into PDFs ourselves? Like, it's okay for me if it can only give us like markup files, because honestly that's not bad already, but then I want the markup files to have good length and not just be, simple little things. So okay, this is done. Let's run one more time. We got to rebuild it. And let's try again. Okay, this is going to take about 5 minutes. Will bring us to the end of our session, but we'll persevere a little bit more. Like, I want to see how far we can take this today. Okay, intake is done. Now he's doing objections as well. I'm interested to see that too, because objections are going to be good. So used ideas, is that new? Okay. intake. So this is the current one, yeah. Intake is JSON file. So it creates this. Then we have used ideas. Let's go back here. Yes, I think it's better from what I was able to see yesterday. The implementation is just a convert for markup to PDF. Okay. Okay, idea objection. So let's see. Okay, we have objections now. Let's see what the objections looks like. Primary goal, build and scale an AI-powered online community for themselves or clients with monetization. I love it. Like this is a really good headline in itself. So I think this is giving me a lot of ideas, and it's going to make it easy to then write emails when we get to that, because I could just literally extract these objections out into something that we can use. Likely missing this stuff. Tool stack guide is like this stuff. Like they may have this stuff. Objection, the all-inclusive price with multiple licenses, unclear value, ROI uncertain. AI-driven content engagement may feel inauthentic. The platform seems complex and overwhelming. Will this work for my niche or customer base? I don't see a clear niche buy-in. I don't have time to learn and implement across AI funnels and websites. Licensing, commercialization rules are unclear. Reseller program visibility isn't proven. 70 licenses sounds risky to sell. Let me see. Support quality and response times are critical. Data privacy, GDPR compliance. Discounts and launch only offers create fear of price hikes after launch. JVZoo approval process and affiliate dynamics aren't transparent. Oh yeah, I think the reason why it's going too much to JVZoo because I gave it like the JV page as well. So next time I'll change that. I'll remove the JV page because I need to really feed it just sales pages and sales material and nothing else, because then it's confusing with like JVZoo stuff. Okay, this is a lot of objection, then this is really good. So there's like objection related to activation, niche fit and ROI assurance, risk and compliance, confidence, and monetization acceleration. So that's really, really good. Like honestly, I don't even do this kind of research, and I think it's very valuable. So let's see into Judge now. It's ideated, so it's done some ideas now. Let's go look at some ideas. Domain and license, quick start map up. Niche fit and ROI, quick map up. Monetization accelerator playbook. That's really good. I like the name monetization acceleration playbook. Compliance and privacy shield, and then reseller activation kit, unified onboarding hub, integration readiness checklist, which is useful. So honestly, I think in terms of the quality, we're getting somewhere, but obviously we want to see the end product. I think Judge file is not yet ready, so we'll circle back to that with like top ideas. Because now remember, Judge file is doing a bit more work. You know, the agent is processing a lot more data now than simply just saying I'll randomly pick this idea. 72-hour action plan template, which is an HTML. Again, I like this one the most because, you know, I could literally tell people, try this for 3 days. If it doesn't work for you, get your money back. Like that's it. So I think that's it's a pretty good deal. We'll wait for it to be done then. Yeah. Okay, so now is the Judge thing done yet? No, it is taking a bit longer even, because I think now it has to do more iterations and find more things. Which is fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that, it's done. Judge, okay, let's see what ideas it says. I don't know how I can give this a score of 100, but okay, we'll see. Yeah, everything is 100, isn't it? Well, Judge definitely needs work later. Rejected these ones. Docs format with templates is valuable, score low on immediacy and automation, which is true. But then you haven't really prioritized many HTML stuff. So there's only 1, 2, okay, there's 2, 3, 4, 5. Is everything HTML? That's weird. There's always that worry when you ask it to do a certain thing, it'll go all in and say, okay, we're not only doing HTML, no PDFs. So now we're not even going to see the errors with PDF because everything's going to be HTML. It's a bit disappointing. I think again, had I thought this through, I would have said, okay, first let's just do PDFs, then we'll do HTML. But I was like piling everything in and saying, okay, make up your mind and you decide, which is not a bad idea either, but just that it leads to lack of clarity. So let's see what it does. Still building. Still building, I think. Have we not looked at some of the stuff? Used ideas, specs. Okay, remember today, no matter what, we're gonna see this through, and then like we're gonna see what this comes out, and then we're gonna stop. Hard stop, we continue again tomorrow. Hope to God it doesn't fail. Just because I want to see this through. I mean, it doesn't have to fully work, like it doesn't have to be perfect, but if it can make PDFs or HTMLs now, I guess it's doing, then we know at least that is sorted. Fuck, it didn't work. Okay. Let's see what ChatGPT says. But if I go back to folder, I mean, again, if it is failing only at the output section. Okay, now we're the real problem. You did nothing wrong. You were fine. Your pipeline's correct. Your build agent is not hardened, and that's why it keeps breaking. Let's slow this down to lock it properly. Okay. Okay, replace build by completely. Thank you. I like that because I think I don't want to try and guess this too much. Build. Let's check. Okay, it's saying to run again. Let's do that. Then I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to play with this now myself while I talk to Kristen and then do a few other things, because this just takes 5 minutes every time to run. So I'm going to play with it myself, and I'll give you an update tomorrow on where it's at. I mean, hopefully I've nailed down some things related to PDF creation or HTML creation. So as long as we have one, we can run this. Yep, exactly. Kristen said 5 to 10 sets of 3 to 5, 7 minutes a day. It's exactly how you should be training as well, kids. Lift your weights, do some push-ups, whatever you have to do. But, you know, maybe that's what I should do. Like while it's running, I just do push-ups, and that's how I get fit. So by tomorrow, I'll be fully jacked. All right, that's it. I'll leave you with this, and then I'll see you tomorrow.